Hi Taurus, welcome. So Taurus, this is going to be a reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual messages and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's get into it. So Taurus, first card out is the 12th house. The 12th house is talking about surrender. Letting go of old baggage. It also talks about, interestingly, compassion, forgiveness, but also the dream state and karma. So that more spiritual, intuitive side showing up. And I don't remember which zodiac sign it was that I was talking about the dream state. It might have been Pisces. This is Pisces energy. Some of you could be connecting with Piscean energy or have that in your chart. Or it's just simply the influencing vibes. I want to say we have some sort of transit also in Pisces, but I'm not 100% sure. This is also about, development of oneself, letting go of guilt or shame or blame or any of that stuff that really weighs us down energetically. So let's see where this is headed for my Taurus. You have the card of experiencing, the card of silence, and the card of healing. So I love this energy. To me, this is all about that transformative, like healing, soothing energy coming in for you. This card can talk about new experiences also in the mix for you, Taurus. So, you may just have an opportunity to try some new foods, hang out with new people, go to new places, things of that nature. And it's really, the energy is really kind of encouraging you to allow yourself to have those new experiences with an open mind and kind of go for it. You also have the card of silence and healing. Now, both of these talk about your rest state, your sleep state, again, your dream cycles. My dreams have always been very vivid, really my whole life, but, as I've become really good with like meditating every day and I get deeper into my own spiritual practices, my dreams are almost like another reality. I'm telling you, like I really can't differentiate if I'm alive while I'm sleeping or if I'm alive in my wake state, because both feel very real to me. Vivid dreaming, I don't know if you guys have ever had lucid dreaming, kind of similar effect. So anyways, what I was talking about when I spoke about this in another reading is dreams hold a lot of information in them. Not so much because of the content of the dream or even the characters in the dream, but the emotion, the underlying emotion of the dream is a really good indicator of what energy, vibration, or emotion you're carrying around with you in your wake state on a day-to-day basis. So if you're having a lot of fearful dreams, there might be a lot of worry going on in your wake state that you may or may not even be aware of. Vice versa, if you're having a lot of joyful dreams, or like, I love dreams where I can fly, by the way. You might be flying high in your wake state, doing very well. So it's not so much the content as it is the emotional undertone of the dreams that really make the difference. So pay attention to your dreams. Get better sleep, by the way. Nighttime routines. I'm specifically getting binaural beats. Binaural beats. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I have to say that. HZ frequencies. I don't know if you've ever delved into that, Taurus, but those things can actually heighten your vibration as you sleep if you listen to them. And then I also want to say, I'm getting messages around digestive health. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get that specific in a general reading, but, I just say, I'm just the messenger, y'all. Okay. So paying attention to digestive health, dietary things, etc. for whatever reason that's being highlighted. So yes, let's get into it. And, I think we overcomplicate our health because we overthink our own health. Our body is a magnificent, intelligent, living, breathing thing, right? Each cell of our organism Each cell in our body has its own DNA and its own intelligence, and it knows what to do. And a lot of times when we think that we are helping our health along the way, we're actually hindering it. Sometimes we're getting in the way of our own cells through our thoughts, through our negative thinking. And so they're also just saying, like, physical health is one of the biggest things that's tied to physical health is mental well-being and getting out of your own way and just allowing your body to heal naturally by not over focusing or over fixating on this, the problem areas, if you're having a problem area, or overly worrying over that. I was reading this article about high blood pressure recently. I don't know why I'm getting all these health messages, but whatever. And it was saying, like, nothing will increase your blood pressure more than worrying over your blood pressure. Yeah. Because you get what you focus on, whether you want it or not, right? Even if it's bad. So, like, worrying over our state of well-being or our state of health does not correct or fix anything. It only amplifies the issue. And so they're also saying, relax a little bit with your mental well-being. Let your body do what it naturally does. You don't tell your heart to beat, and yet it keeps beating. You don't tell your lungs to breathe while you're sleeping, yet they keep doing it. That should show you that your body knows what it's doing, right? Ease off. So I don't know if some of you have been ruminating or fixating or what that's about. Take it if it was resonating, leave it if it doesn't. So let's get into it and see. And by the way, don't use tarot readings to diagnose yourself. Okay, y'all, go see a licensed physician. All right, I'm a tarot reader. I'm not proclaiming to be anything beyond that. I'm not on here to give advice, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. Health advice, I should say. All right. So, anyways, okay, let's get into it, Taurus. And see what else does Taurus need to know. The King of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Hierophant. So the King of Swords to me is somebody who is very about business, very intelligent, very straight to the point as well. But on the flip side, this can be a very cold and sometimes demeaning energy. I can't tell if this is you or somebody you're connecting with, Taurus, but I do feel like there is going to be truth coming to a situation or new information coming through. And here you are, the Hierophant, which is about believing in yourself, but it's also about sticking to what you know is right. And I heard sticking to your guns. So again, I feel like if this is you, you're just showing up as firm in your beliefs and your belief structures, what you think is important, not to be messed with, all about the truth, all about gaining clarity, all right? But again, some of you might also be dealing with somebody like this, so take it as it's resonating. I'm not getting a whole lot out of that. Let's see what else. King of Wands, what? Lots of masculine energy here. The Devil. It's so funny, we're talking about digestive health and all of a sudden I feel like I have heartburn. I'm burning in my throat, what the heck? You know what can cause heartburn? Well, it can actually cause a lot of ailments. Anxiety. Anxiety. Anxiety can produce reflux. I mean, of course there's other things, but if I want to boil it down to a mental state, that would be the most common. Also, agitation. Not releasing your agitations appropriately can cause that. And again, take it with a grain of salt. This is just what I'm feeling. So, King of Wands, the Devil, and the Ace of Wands. I'm going to put it to you this way, Taurus. There's a lot of passionate energy here, but there's also a lot of masculine energy. Now, some of you are dealing with a very strong masculine figure, or maybe more than one. And this could be in the workplace, this could be in the home, family, wherever, you name it. Intimate life, I don't care. And or whether you're male or female, this could be you just showing up in that more masculine, empowered, take me seriously type of energy, right? But it's like not to be messed with vibe. It's almost a little bit of a tricky energy here. With the devil and the ace of wands, this could be like hyper fixating on something, hyper obsessing over something to the point that, you know, it actually becomes unhealthy for you or unhealthy for your body, right? This could also be passion, though. I mean, you could be hyper fixating in a positive way on something you're very passionate about, something that, you know, you feel driven or motivated towards. So it's all in how you're moving through this energy here, Taurus. But I feel it to be very intense, a very intense vibe showing up. And it almost feels to me, too, like being kind of pulled in a few different directions. I get a sense of like, whatever this is, okay, whatever debacle this may be that you're dealing with, I don't feel you being persuaded easily. I feel like you sticking to your guns. Like, you know, there's a few zodiac signs that you really cannot budge unless they want to be budged. And Taurus, you're one of them. I would say the fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius would be the other three. And I feel like you've got your mind made up. You feel very passionate about that, almost like obsessively passionate, and nothing is going to budge that energy, okay? And I'm mostly feeling this coming through as you, but it could, again, be somebody you're connecting with that has those traits. So take it as it's resonating with you. Ooh, that one not ready yet. Let's go further. What else does Taurus need to know? Queen of Cups. That was the Hermit, Virgo energy here for some of you. Queen of Cups, the Fool. And the Four of Swords. So finally we have some feminine energy out, okay, to kind of soften the overall vibe here. You have the Queen of Cups, which is all about that sensitive, caring, nurturing vibe. It's next to the Fool. Oh, okay. So some of you don't really want to dip into that because you don't want to be taken advantage of. Taurus. It's like you could, this is your softer side showing up. The part of you that has done the healing, the part of you that is a little bit more flexible. And this is whether you're a male or a female, it's an energy. But for some reason, I feel like you're not really wanting to show that softer side in this circumstance or whatever this is or whoever this is you're dealing with. It's more about standing your ground. It's more about being passionate about what you believe in and drawing that line. Some of you drawing some boundaries. I feel you being very clear on this. I feel you being very certain on this. So I don't feel anything's going to sway you. And I'm not even really getting what it is that this is pertaining to. If this is resonating with you, you've already connected the dots. But it's not that you don't have a softer side. It's just that in this certain circumstance, that's not the part of you that's serving you or that's going to serve you or that you even want to entertain. And yet the overall energy is surrender, which is usually talking about, you know, being more soft, being more forgiving, being more of your healed spiritual self and not so much this masculine energy. But I feel a resistance there, and I don't feel that's a bad thing, though. That's just what I feel. But with this 12th house here as the crowning energy, it is actually not necessarily encouraging you to go into your softer side, but it is encouraging you to let go of anything that you don't have control over and to go into more of that accepting state of mind, accepting type of energy, not trying to push an issue instead of just letting it be what it is and letting others be who they be and letting yourself be who you are. So, what an interesting reading. By the way, if there's something agitating you, it is the very agitation that is at the root of any sort of, well, again, I don't diagnose or prescribe here, guys, but could be at the root of some of this digestive stuff. If you have digestive stuff going on, if not, don't worry about it. So, what is for this person's digestive stuff? Because I could also read this as, let me just read it this way for those of you who it may resonate the other way. You could be dealing with a very hard-headed person that thinks that they're right and knows that they're right. And I'm not saying they aren't, but I'm saying it could be difficult to deal with. It might be best to just choose your battles. It might be best to just be like, okay, you know, you do you, boo, and I'm going to do me, you know, and choose the more peaceful route, okay? Whew. Okay, card number 4, every relationship I establish is eternal. You know, and I also want to say this. Say it is somebody else you're dealing with that's being hard-headed. Are you matching fire with fire? Something to think about. Because they're saying, because if that's the case, that's where they're encouraging more of the surrender energy versus fire with fire. Okay, I'm done now. All right. Every relationship I establish is eternal. It is our desire that you come to remember that every relationship is eternal and that once it has been established, it is part of your vibrational makeup forevermore. And that in your powerful now, where all that you have become converges with all that you are now becoming, you hold the power to create. And so your observation of a situation, wanted or unwanted, no matter how remote you believe yourself to be, makes you a co-creative partner of the experience. Very interesting. All right. Woo! Let's jump to the love reading then and see what else we've got coming through. I'm going to do the you versus them. Stay right there. I'll be back in just a second. Welcome back. All right. So, Taurus, I am going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The roles may be reversed as well. And yes, it is usually about an intimate partner, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's going to be about your friends, your family, your coworker, whoever. Take what resonates. Ooh, that's too many. Sorry. Your card is the card number 9, which talks about mental and physical exhaustion or overdoing it, overworking yourself. Be careful. It also could be that this connection, you know, has caused you some emotional exhaustion. This person has the card of guilt. I mean, just quite simply that. This person may feel guilty. Okay, this also can be a blameful energy, and that showed up also in the spiritual reading. So check that part out if you didn't already. We're going to look, though, Taurus, at the past and what led up to the now, and then we're going to look at how you both think and feel in the now about each other, and then most likely outcomes. So recent past energy for Taurus as it pertains to the connection. King of Pentacles and Temperance. And the Six of Swords. So, Taurus, this is kind of all about getting your own ish together, you know, feeling your own self out, getting balanced with your own self, moving towards a more stable and like solution oriented energy. Some of you may have just been working on, quite literally, you know, staying in a more peaceful state of mind in your heart, just emotionally, you know, wanting to be a bit more balanced, and really that's working for you. It is what is propelling things forward and making things feel a little bit more at ease in your situation. So I feel like you've made quite a bit of progress in the recent past when it comes to your own like vibration and your own stability. So let's see this person's recent past. So weird. I feel heartburn right now so bad. Like, bizarre. It's bizarre because I was talking about like digestive health in the spiritual reading. Anyways, 9 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like this person's been on the fence, you know, about their future and what they're wanting to give their focus on or what they're wanting to work on. They're going kind of through their own like purification process on a spiritual level of just like figuring out what works for them and what they like. And yet I feel like this person being kind of at odds and maybe even being a bit walled off or defensive in the past as they kind of try to figure themselves out. So let's look at then in the now, how do you perceive this person? What do you think of this person in the now? 6 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Some of you have past history with this person, or memories with this person. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is not a new connection. Page of Swords and the Moon. There seems to be something weighing on you, Taurus, emotionally, and it may or may not even pertain to this person, but being as it's showing up in how you perceive them, I feel like, you know, they're involved somehow. I feel like a lot of you have fond memories of the past, but you also at the same, it's a weird message. Some of you feel like you've wasted your time though, like, you know, that you maybe put a lot of time and energy into something so much so that it completely like depleted you emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever. And then kind of put you in a space where it feels like, you know, maybe you even doubt or question the validity of the connection or the validity of something. Sorry, I don't mean to pause, but I just feel like there is a lot of emotional weight here when it comes to like how you think about the connection. And I think because there is this emotional baggage attached to it, it puts you in a very distrustful space that, you know, may even create like paranoia or insecurity, or maybe even where like you find yourself looking for a problem even though you're not really wanting to look for a problem, but it seems to always be a problem. You know what I mean? Like that type of patterned thinking. Yeah. I feel a lot of emotional baggage coming along with this connection, and that could be on your behalf or it could be on this person's behalf, or both. I mean, take it as it resonates. Let's see. Which is interesting because your overall spiritual reading was about releasing emotional baggage. How does this person view Taurus? Ace of Swords, the Star, the Page of Cups. Very interesting. So this is primarily, you know, they primarily think about it in a positive light. I feel like, this person may have a lot of things on their mind that they, wish to accomplish or wish to heal. They are maybe hoping, Taurus, that you will be open-minded to something they have going on or something that they're wanting to discuss or do with you, or maybe without you. I'm not sure. I feel like this person is holding out hope that you will be understanding and that you will have an open mind about whatever this is that they're going to be doing. It could be that they have an idea for like where their life is headed or the next steps possibly in their situation or in the connection, and they are really hopeful that, you will be open-minded. I don't know how many different times I can say that. Like, yeah, so let's keep going. Let's go into the heart space. How is Taurus feeling underneath it all? The Ten of Wands, the Knight of Cups. There's that emotional baggage. Some of you, it's you. I'm not saying you're intentionally doing that. Listen, none of us intentionally have emotional baggage. You know what I mean? I don't think. It's mostly not on purpose, right? It just comes along with us and we don't even know it's there sometimes. But there's something weighing on you. Let me put it that way. There is something here that is heavy, that is weighing on you, that is showing up in multiple areas of this reading. You may have something, heavy on your heart that you're wanting to communicate with this person or that you're wanting to convey to this person. It could be some sort of new direction you're going into, or, maybe an opinion that you have about the direction they're going. I feel it's serious in nature. Well, yeah. Like, I feel like this wanting to be taken seriously type of energy. And yet, I feel it. I want to go back to what I was saying, the spiritual reading, about being soft-hearted at the same time. Like, I feel like it's coming from a good place or a soft place, but it may not be expressed that way. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're worried about this person, or there's some sort of concern or worry around this, and so you want to be taken seriously because you mean it, or because, something's been weighing on you. So, but yet I don't feel like ill intentions. I feel it's well intending. I just don't feel like it's coming off that way energetically. I hate to say that, but let's see. So how does this person feel underneath it all? They feel a bit conflicted here. They're feeling pulled in too many different directions. I get a sense of, sorry, excuse me. Let me finish getting the cards and then I'll say it. I feel like I'm getting a sense of, like, this person really wanting you to agree with them, or maybe they value your opinion or they want your understanding, right? And if you're not delivering that, say because you have your own concerns or, whatever, it puts them in this conflicted state where they now feel at odds with what they want. They feel guilty. And yet, I honestly feel like this person is going to do what they want to do anyways. You know, I don't have any cards out. Well, that says for sure. Here's how I feel. I feel like this person feels conflicted, and then it's like emotionally draining them, and then they feel like, well, if I, you know, if I do this anyways, I might regret it. Or, you know, maybe something bad will happen. Like, so that goes to show you, right, how much weight you have in this person's mind or heart, and you may or may not even be aware of that. You know, sometimes we don't know the power of our words or the influence of our energy. We really don't. And I feel like a bit of that coming through as well. This is such an interesting reading. So let's go a bit deeper. Most likely outcomes. What are the next steps? Let's go there. They want you to work on your communication skills when it comes to this person, or lack thereof. Some of you are preventing yourself from communicating what you really think, although you feel very serious about it. And maybe it's actually exhausting you not expressing this. But at the same time, maybe it's for a good reason. Maybe you have good intention. Maybe you don't want to put that weight on this person. You know, so I feel like there's so many variables here, and it's making it a bit difficult for me to even read. I feel pressure in my chest right now. I think you're just kind of maybe staying focused on what's in front of you, and I don't know, like there's a lot of unknowns here. Yeah, I feel like you're holding something deep, close to you, something deeply close to your chest. I feel like you're trying to strike a balance here as well within yourself between like being loving and also being right. Well, which one's more important to you? I would say most people would choose right. Just saying. But, you know, spiritually speaking, I would choose love. I would choose to be more loving than right. But I think, you know, you're trying to take everything into consideration, as well as what's most meaningful to you in your heart. Let's see, this person's most likely outcome. The Devil. I swear I hear somebody downstairs, and I am, as far as I know, home alone. So it's a little creepy. Weird. I got a ghost. I don't know. 10 of Wands, Page of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting the song Go Your Own Way. So, you know, try as you might here. I feel this person is fixated on what they want and going for what they want, even if it's a struggle. You know, and I do feel there is a struggle here, definitely an internal battle, but they're trying to be light about it. They're trying to be playful about it. They do feel guilt, okay, about maybe choosing something that was at odds with something else in their life or someone else or you. And I'm not saying they're trying to make fun of it, but they are trying to make light of it. And yet, not... They have a lot of mixed emotions themselves, and yet they're holding out hope, you know. But I feel like this person is very passionate about what they want. They're obsessed. They're obsessed, they're fixated, they're going for it. Even if it's a struggle, doesn't matter. That's what they've got their mind set on. And yet, you know, see, the thing is when you choose an action and you haven't lined up with it just yet, meaning emotionally and spiritually, you haven't lined up with the action you're getting ready to take. Better said, meaning when you choose an action and you are doubting whether that's the best action or feeling resistance, it's not the right time to take the action. Not saying that the action itself is wrong. However, you're out of alignment. So you have to get into alignment and then. Because when you take action before you've really lined it up within yourself, you don't usually like the results. You get mixed results. So my suggestion to your cross watcher, and maybe to you if you're also struggling with this, is line up with it and then. Meaning get good with it in your head, be certain this is right for you, feel it out, right? Shore yourself up, feel secure in your decision, and then take action. And if it takes you a while to get to that emotional space of certainty, then that's fine, but take the time. Take the time until you're sure, until you're lined up. They're getting ready to maybe take an action that they're not fully lined up with, and it may cause regret, but that's on them, you know. I'm not here to say what's right, what's wrong. It'll work out no matter what. You know, life will always put you back on your path, but I would say it could be easier, right? Still some things maybe this person has to work out within themselves first. And I'm feeling a whole lot of tension in my body just reading this, so let's see what the guidance is. Card number 39. I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. As you walk away from one unpleasant situation, the law of attraction will bring another unpleasant situation that feels very much like it, and usually quickly, because you cannot get there from there. To get where you want to be, to a place of feeling better, you have to reach for alignment first, and then. Getting yourself feeling good before you take action is always the best process, for when you do not feel good and you take action anyways, it will not solve the problem. You cannot be inspired to any action that will solve the problem until you feel good about it first. That is exactly what I was just saying. Exactly. Good advice. Card number 39. All right, I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Capricorn, Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries again, Pisces, and Gemini. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it resonated, let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. And also follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. Wishing you the very best either way. And until next time, my friends, namaste.